Okay, well, the first part, and we've just learned this by doing, is that we try and we listen to the community. What do you need? What do you want? What's feasible? And we work with them. So we've created, since that time of our first visit, we've built 3 schools that they asked for, that they needed. There were kids not going to school. We started scholarships for girls, because the girls are the ones who don't get to advance. We started a sewing center for girls. They asked us, let's develop some skills for the girls who can't stay in school. So one part is to just figure out what programs we can do together. The other part, after we've developed this great relationship with the community, is to say to other people in the world who have wonderful things that they're doing. For example, Rotary has a big emphasis on helping get water to many communities. So call people like Rotary who know what they're doing in that area and say, look, we've got a great community. They're organized. They know what they want. Come to our community. Help us do your thing there. So we talked to Rotary, and they came and they drilled 46 wells in the various villages in Laborie. We spoke to Orbis, a large international organization that specializes in eye care. We said, please, come to Niger. And so they brought their big airplane after a year of discussion and, with the government there, and they brought their airplane and trained eye doctors on the ground, and then came to our community in Laborie and examined and then subsequently operated on 95 people who needed eye care. So it's a two-pronged approach. You do what you can yourself, but then you realize there's other people in the world who want to do something, and you're saying, come to our community and bring your expertise there. So partnerships is the way to go. One program we're particularly delighted about is called our Farmers of the Future program, where we are, I found, we don't know much. We started not knowing anything, but I found a fabulous professor who knew about agriculture all his life, wanted to create a farmers program for young people so that they would learn not just to plant to eat, but to plant and grow as a business, learn how to invest their money, learn how to make agriculture something exciting for kids, not just something that poor people do just to subsist, but something they can do to thrive. And so now we partner with another organization in New Jersey, and together we're piloting 3 farmers programs in 3 schools in Niger, in Laborie. So it's a partnership on one hand, and it's pursuing programs on the other. Just look at us. In our own country of Canada, what would we have if our kids weren't going to school? When I was in Niger, what really struck me, I was in my first meeting with the mayor, our first visit. We were in the middle of a desert area where there was no school, and I looked in the eyes of the kids, one in particular, and I remember thinking, he was about 11 or 12, and I looked in his eyes and I saw such imagination and potential. He was sharp, he was smart, not by talking to him, just by seeing that spark in his eyes. And I thought, what would happen if you had the opportunity for an education? All of the ideas that you've had in your mind. So for me, one of the things that we also did on one of our visits, we interviewed the elders in the community in Niger. We got 4 men and 4 women together who were the older people in the community. We asked them, what is the most important thing to you and for your children? These are people who for the most part are illiterate. And they each one, individually without hearing the others, said to me, most important thing to us is education for our kids. So for me, it's just a no-brainer. If you want to get involved, we would be delighted. I answer all emails and all phone calls. Just look at our website, www.pencilsforkids.com, and you can email me at rmednick@pencilsforkids.com. You can call me up. My number is on the website. We'll respond to everybody. Don't worry about what it is you may want to do. I'm happy to talk with you and figure that out together. There's a whole host of things. We have a fabulous Wear a Pencil campaign. I'm wearing one now. This is made by a local artist in Niger. It looks like a pencil, but it's actually made of rock. And we don't sell them, but we give them away for little donations of $5 or more. And it's a way to raise funds, but also a great way to raise awareness. Because if you wear a pencil, people will stop you and they'll ask you, is that a pencil you're wearing? Why? And it's your opportunity to share the story and to raise awareness. So there's a million things you can do. We'd be delighted to talk with you. You could start a chapter at your university, at your school, in your company, place of business. So just call us. It would be fabulous. It's an interesting phrase. I think back to the words of Harry Truman, who said, there's nothing new in the world except the history you don't know. So whatever's happening today has happened before, and we have to educate ourselves about our own history, and we have to make history. I don't know what any of that means except to say, get out there, take a step, do what you can, don't worry. Do it afraid if you have to, because we're all afraid of taking steps. We're all overwhelmed. But let's make history together. Let's just go forward and do whatever we can to make a difference, because there's so many kids, people in the world. And if we partner together and work together, it's amazing what we can all accomplish.